Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
Hi guys, welcome to the First Cut YouTube channel. I'm Sabrina and I'm here with my Invisible Man review. So Invisible Man is directed by Leigh Whannel. You guys might know him because he's previously done some films such as like Upgrade, Insidious, the Saw franchise, things like that. So this version of The Invisible Man is a little bit different. It follows the point of view of the Invisible Man's victim, which is played by Elisabeth Moss. Her name is Cecilia. And after her wealthy, abusive ex-husband takes his own life and leaves her with his fortune, she believes that there's more to all of this and that he's still alive. So also Storm Reid, Oliver Jackson Cohen, Aldous Hodge, and Harriet Dyer also star in this film. And this was one of my most anticipated of 2020. And I am pleased to say that I really, really enjoyed this film. I can't wait to watch it again. I saw it like 2 weeks ago, so it's been a minute. But it was one of those that I got out of the theater and I wanted to rewatch it because I wanted to pick up on like all the little details Leigh Whannel kind of brings to the table. So I'm going to break down some of my favorite aspects of the film, but I'm going to keep it spoiler-free. So I'm going to be a little bit vague. And one of the first things I want to say is that it's such a refreshingly like sinister take on the story of the Invisible Man. It's grounded by this horrific reality of domestic violence and the abuse and trauma one endures, kind of like the PTSD that they feel afterwards. Like even when they're finally free, they're still there. And it's encapsulated with our villain, which is the Invisible Man. Using this real world element to ground the story is a super bold but really effective choice. It's kind of like elevates the film, but it doesn't rely on it at all. So I didn't find any faults within that. And I feel like it's kind of a hard line to toe. And also, I believe the failure of the Dark Universe kind of benefited this film greatly because it doesn't rely on any other characters and there's no cameos. They don't have to mention any of that, and it stands on its own, and it works really, really well in doing so. It took this modernized approach on this classic character, and I just love the way it incorporated technology, which is something I have to be vague about, but once you see the film, you'll understand. Leigh Whannel digs deep under our skin with his beautiful writing and directing, completely immersing us into the world of our main character, again, played by Elisabeth Moss. She completely shines in this role. I think she gave one of the most haunting performances since Toni Collette in Hereditary. We feel her exhaustion, her claustrophobia, her fear. It's just completely palpable. It's one of those performances that is extremely, extremely special. I was really blown away as to how Whannel kind of created this atmosphere of tension, especially with our villain being invisible. It's interesting the way he uses the spaces in the frames and like the voids in the shots to scare us. We feel that claustrophobia. We feel like he's anywhere and everywhere, nowhere, kind of all at once. He crafts these meticulously long takes with stunning camera work that kind of like tore the house that he's haunting. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. It's such a fun, like psychological thrill ride. It's super intense, super scary. But if you kind of enjoy the horror genre, if you enjoy these kind of like classic monsters, anything like that, I would definitely recommend checking it out this weekend. And I also interviewed Leigh Whannel for Geeks of Color, so that article and my review will be up on Geeks of Color, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Well, thank you guys for sticking around and listening to my thoughts on The Invisible Man. If any of this entices you, I would definitely recommend to go check it out this weekend. And with that, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to First Cut if you haven't already. I'm Sabrina, and I'm peacing out. Surprise. Okay, sorry. How do I start an outro? Ask Ace.
Andres, how do you start an outro? Huh? How do you start an outro?